I used to think that university was ruining my life, until I realized it was not the school, it was my system. At some point, college started taking over my life. I felt like I had no time for anything else. I started to hate my major, thinking it was the reason I couldn't go out, pursue hobbies, or even relax. But eventually I realized the problem wasn't the university, it was the way I was approaching it. I completely changed my system, and now I can do my assignments, work part time, hit the gym, meet friends, and still have time to relax. In this video, I'll show you the exact habits that helped me to make that shift, and by the end, I'll show you how to tie all of them into a system that actually works. To find the time for hobbies or activities that you want to do in your life, you should reduce time spent in university by doing it more efficiently. And the next three advices are going to help you with that. Most of people don't run out of time. They lose it without noticing. Scrolling TikTok to relax between homework actually drains your brain and steals your time. I'm not saying to quit using it completely, unless you want to. But cutting down on screen time is the first and the easiest way to make the room for the life you want. I won't go in depth on how to do it, there are thousands of videos on YouTube about that. I just want to encourage you to stop taking the TikTok break while working on your assignment. You will definitely notice how much faster you can complete it. Let me say the bitter truth. If you're going to a lecture but not paying attention or trying to understand the material, then you're just wasting your time. There is no point in attending a class if you're mindlessly scrolling or zoning out, unless you need the attendance. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to skip all of your classes. In fact, I'm asking you to go there and be present. If you actually listen and try to understand during the lecture, you'll save a ton of time later when you're doing homework or preparing for exams. Your notes will already make sense to you. But I get it. Sometimes the professor just does not fit your learning style. If that's the case and the class does not require the attendance, there is a way to spend this time more effectively. Read a chapter from the textbook, watch a YouTube video that explains the topic, or learn it in a way that actually works for you. Just make sure you're still learning during that time, not using it to procrastinate. And if attendance is required, you can still save your time. Just do the homework during the class, and then use the time you would have spent on that homework to study the material in your own way. The main point is, don't just sit in the class doing nothing. You're not really resting, you're not enjoying yourself, and you're not learning either. So what's the point? Another important advice for a student is never rely on Canvas alone. Most of us have professors that just don't post things there. Create a simple digital list or physical planner where you write everything down. Assignments, deadlines, events. You will definitely reduce your stress and never have to cancel plans because you forgot something last minute. Okay, so now we reduce the time spent on the university. Let's try to do the same with daily boring tasks. If someone told that there is a way to save money, time, and improve our health just by doing one thing, would you do that? If you said yes, then meal prep is definitely something you should try. Whether you prep the same meals for every day or make a few flexible ingredients to mix and match, it saves time, cuts food decisions, and helps you stay on track with gym or nutrition goals. I will definitely make a full video on that in the future, and if that's the case, I'll drop the link in the description. One of the easiest ways to save your time and mental energy is to batch the tasks, either by their location or the type of focus that they require. For example, if you're already heading to campus, make the most of the trip. Schedule your classes, office hours, group meetings, and study time in the library all on the same day. That way, you're not wasting time commuting multiple times a week for different things. Another effective way to batch is by grouping similar tasks together, especially the small ones that tend to interrupt your flow. Instead of replying to mails, messages, or DMs throughout the day as they come in, set a specific time block where you handle all of them at once. This helps you stay focused during deep work and prevents constant context switching, which drains your mental energy without you even realizing it. You'll be surprised how much more productive and mentally clear you feel when your day isn't constantly interrupted by notifications or the pressure to reply instantly. A lot of people think that balance means doing everything every single day. Gym, studying, hobbies, friends, self-care, all of it packed into one 24-hour window. But in reality, it's not about fitting everything into one day. It's about creating a routine that is sustainable over time. You don't need to feel guilty if you're not doing yoga, journaling, and reading every single day. Instead, try one of two approaches that have really worked for me. First option, dedicate specific days to certain hobbies or interests. For example, maybe Tuesdays are your creative days, painting, music, content creation. Fridays could be for reading or catching up with a friend. This gives your week structure and you will actually look forward to those focused pockets of time. Second option is my personal favorite. Pick 2 or 3 hobbies or things that you really love and give them just 15 to 30 minutes a day. That's it. It may not sound like much, but in reality, those small, consistent moments of joy add up and really make a difference in how you feel day to day. Okay, so we've gone through all these individual steps that help you to save time, stay organized, and protect your energy. But how do you make all of them work in real life? That's where it comes all together. The last and the most important habit is about creating a sustainable routine and sticking to it no matter what. It starts the night before. Every evening, sit down and plan the next day. It doesn't need to be perfect or down to minute, but it does need to be intentional. Don't just write the school assignments, include the things that matter to you too. Maybe that's the gym, time with friends, a creative hobby, or simply an hour to watch your favorite show. The most important thing is to include both what you have to do and what you want to do, and build a day that reflects your priorities. And now comes the most powerful part. Once the plan is set, commit to it. The next day, don't ask yourself, do I feel like doing this right now? If you do that, your brain will always pick the easiest option. Scrolling, skipping, putting things off, even things you genuinely enjoy, like going to the gym, can feel like a chore in the moment if you're tired or stressed. But when you have already decided what you should do, you remove the emotional decision making. You just do it. Of course, your plan needs to be realistic. If you try to pack in 12 things and ignore the fact that you'll need breaks, time to get places, or space to breathe, you'll feel frustrated and burned out. It might take a few trials to figure out what a balanced, doable day actually looks like for you. That's normal. Every time you plan too much or too little, just adjust. And it's okay if you won't follow those rules 100% of the time. Life happens. Some days you'll scrap the whole schedule and do something spontaneous or urgent. But if you use the system most of your time, you'll start to feel more in control of your time, your goals, and your life. That's it for this video. Drop in the comments which advice you found the most useful. Thank you for watching. Bye!